Yeah, I helped this one kid. He wanted like his hair to be super curly, so I helped him like get some hair products or whatever. And then
Word.
he was in my class yesterday, and I could tell he recognized me, but he probably couldn't tell where from until I was like, "Your hair looks really curly." And he was like,
Oh.
"Oh, I know you." Yeah, so that's exciting. But I have again told a lot of them that it is my evil twin that works there.
Manic.
Pixie.
Jump scare. Hosted by Quinn Murphy
and Becca Hobart.
Hi.
Hi. We're Quinn.
And
And
we're
we're
Becca.
Becca.
And welcome to Manic Pixie Jump Scare, a podcast where Becca and I talk openly about our shared delusions
Passions
and
and
love
for each
each
other.
other.
Once again, we have
Literally.
delivered that perfectly, no flaws to you all.
Exactly.
And we thank you for being here for that. So, Quinn, it has been a minute since we talked. 1 week exactly.
1 whole week, actually. Yeah.
Which, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot for us.
7 whole days. So I'm dying to know, what the hell have you been up to as of late?
I keep laughing because of Becca's virtual background, guys.
Oh, it's Ariana Grande.
Yeah, if you ever get to see the video of this podcast, which like is like at this point, the video of the podcast is like kind of my white whale. Like every week it's like every week we hope and pray that the video will work. And then but like it's really it's getting to be a toss up, really.
No, I think it's good because it's like it's kind of elusive. Like she's not always gonna be there, and that's quite exciting.
No, yeah. And then Becca can make her beautiful little animations, which always make me giggle and guffaw.
And I enjoy them so deeply. So
yes, and I think and when iMovie fails, Becca Hobart succeeds. That's one of my new mantras, actually.
And it's crazy because what do I use but iMovie to make those?
See, and I, despite spending so much time on iMovie, I have no idea how to even try to do that on iMovie.
Like, well, yeah, I use a lot of different software. Actually, it's quite intensive. But that is iMovie is the finishing touch. It'll tell you that much.
Oh
yeah.
But I'm doing like mostly good. I will say, and I'll talk about this a little bit later. My voice is a little on the ropes right now. Well, she's recovering, but she's a little. I'm not in my pristine vocal health, which like, yeah, it's unfortunate. But I didn't give because when I was in high school, right, I didn't realize how good I had it in terms of my voice because I was always in like a play or a musical or something. So like I would have like voice work for like at least an hour or two a day. And like I went to classes, I talked a lot in school. And then I was in choirs and stuff. And so like my voice was like titanium when I was in high school.
Right. Yeah, she was being used.
Because I was using her so much. Like I would never lose my voice in high school. Scream as loud as I want. Like maybe I would be like a little hoarse like right after, but like take a little sleep, I'm good to go.
Right.
But now I've noticed it ever since college, honestly. Like once you take a break from like singing, I think is honestly the best thing. Like you really start to notice your voice is like out of shape. So anyway, one of my goals for now that I'm in like a single place. But I'm doing well. So big update for the podcast, guys. Which we alluded to last week, but it is now official. I'm recording via my new laptop. Yeah, it's true. It's
so integral actually to the production of this podcast.
Yes, yeah. She's getting used to her job and she's not performing at the highest level, I need to say, so far. Yeah, I did edit the whole podcast and that was like really good because I was like, oh my God, it actually like doesn't take like if I want to move to a different part of like the editing, it doesn't take like 2 minutes to load it, even though it literally just happened. Like that's amazing.
Oh wow.
Like my old laptop did, not to call her out, may she rest.
Right. What was her name again?
Flop Tina. I don't know. I didn't give her a
name. Right. And new laptop, Slaya Rita.
The ugly bee costume. But yeah, and then So then I go to export the video, and
Mm-hmm.
what does it do but not export properly? And then it was like I didn't get my new laptop till Thursday. Video release Friday. I also left on Friday to go to Pittsburgh this weekend. So I was like, what the fuck? And so I was
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what? No video for now. We're still working on it.
Right.
The studios are
Mm-hmm.
still working on it. The producers are still
Yeah.
working on it. But it's just
Art team.
annoying. It was annoying, you know?
Right.
Because let me
Right.
do say, this laptop I'm coming to you from was expensive, but
I'm sure.
I bought it because I was like, oh, well, this will make my life easier in doing my little projects and like, do. Like, I kind of need it and stuff. Like, I could use the extra power that that price is paying for. And then when it's not even exporting like an iMovie, oh, and it was like fully crashing. Maybe it was because the first day I had it, but like, I would try to export a video and it would like crash the laptop.
Oh.
And I was like, so my 8-year old laptop, it would take her a minute, but she would do this eventually. So, like, what is going on?
Right.
What is your excuse,
Ma'am, I said to her, I said, ma'am.
ma'am? And so I told her, I said, ma'am, maybe it's because my laptop's like, oh, I'm a little baby, but I'm like, no, you got to grow up pretty quick then. Like,
Yeah.
I updated it and the crashing stopped. So maybe that had something to do with it.
Okay, well,
And
that's good progress, I
people
suppose.
are trying to get in contact with me live, actually, and that's not something I'm interested in.
Oh, interesting.
Um,
Very
and
interesting.
so, yeah, and so I haven't actually gotten a lot of a chance to use my laptop since I got it on like Thursday and I was away for the weekend. So I'm like, I'm not completely in love. Like, I'm like, I see her, I respect her,
Mm-hmm.
but
Okay.
I'm not, I'm like, not like 1,000% obsessed. We haven't even reached the honeymoon phase yet, you know?
Yeah, not yet, not yet. May I ask what model she is?
It's a MacBook Pro M2.
All right.
It's like the one that came out last year and like
Okay.
14 inch. But yeah. And so I was like talking to somebody about the price point. And I was like, no, I want this one in particular because of like the storage and the computing power. And like, I think I need all that for what I use it for. But then
Mm-hmm.
it's not delivering on that. And so it caused me to spiral a bit.
Yeah.
I was a little freaky deaky about that for a second.
Right,
Um,
right.
because yeah, I don't know. Spilling coffee on my laptop, I don't know why it was such a fucking bummer, but like, I don't know.
Oh, I feel like I do. No.
What?
Because that sucks.
Yeah, I don't, but it, like, I don't know. It sucked more than I was expecting it to. I was like, and then it like caused all these problems. And I just felt like I was like running around like a chicken with my head cut off. And like, it didn't help that had like a trip thing planned. And so then it was just like, made my life a little topsy turvy.
Right,
And
right.
I haven't necessarily been able to get like all the way back on track yet. And
Mm-hmm.
so that's where I am a little bit with it. Um, so that's the new laptop.
Nice, nice. I will
Mhm.
say, if I lost access to my laptop, I would be so screwed out of my passwords. It's crazy.
Well, it's nice because I have a lot of like password manager stuff. Like I
Uh,
use a password manager because shout out to whatever hackers were trying to break into my entire life, my like freshman year of college. But then I was like, that caused me to flip a switch and be like, okay, so maybe I need to change literally like how I approach passwording and stuff. And so
okay.
I literally went through every like account I had and was like, okay, new password. And I actually used LastPass, which was the one that Pitt like provided for us, the University of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And then so LastPass was honestly such a horrible service because
Oh,
you could only log on one device, which drove me crazy.
to all of your things that were connected to it?
Like you could only either log in on like your phone or your computer.
That's annoying.
Yeah. So like, and it wasn't always like that. Like there was a time where I logged in on my computer and it was like, oh my God, hey. And then there was a time, it might have been after I graduated and maybe like lost like premium access or whatever. But they were
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, you can't actually log on your computer. You have to log in on your phone. And I'm like, well, the passwords are all this random bullshit that I don't want to actually manually type in.
Yeah.
And I have to enter them on my computer. Like, what the fuck? And so I actually changed from LastPass to Bitwarden recently, and so I recently like changed all my passwords again. And
Mm.
then what happens? But LastPass gets like a huge data breach, and so like basically, if you had any passwords on LastPass, it was like fuck your drag. And so I avoided that.
Tea.
No,
Oh
it's
my
true. No,
God.
it's true.
In the nick of time. In the nick of time.
Literally. But it's
The
actually
universe has a
nice.
plan.
It's nice because Google Chrome, because it's like associated with my Google account, it like has all my passwords. Cause that was something I was like afraid of too. But I was like, I literally asked Becca for the link to the meeting today because I don't have it on this computer. And I
Uh,
like typed Zoom into my thing and I clicked on a random link and this was the link because it's saved in Google Chrome.
oh my God.
And that's why my cookies stay on. I don't care what y'all have to say about it.
Exactly. Tell him eat a cookie because it's good for him. Okay.
Literally. But that's my password stuff. Yeah, but and then I put everything on like Google Drive, like document wise. And
Mm-hmm.
I was able to get into my computer because I have like an external keyboard.
Okay.
Um, so I am eventually planning on like going through and looking and saying, okay, is there anything like I want that like wasn't backed up to something where I can get to it on this computer? But I don't know. That also sounds like a lot of work.
Mm.
Oh, and I have so much other things to do in my life,
So much other things.
literally.
Me too.
But that's the journey of having a new laptop thus far.
Okay.
And then, as I alluded to, I went to Pittsburgh this weekend.
Yeah,
Where Becca and I
yeah.
met. I took my friend Kat because there's a special event that I'll talk about a little bit later. But
Right.
I took my friend Kat with me and we stayed in an Airbnb. And it was actually, how many times have you been back to Pittsburgh since we graduated?
Just so 3 times. One of them was to move out.
Mm.
And then I visited Macy once.
Once, yeah.
Yeah.
I, I, our Airbnb was in Friendship. Um,
Okay.
and I was like, huh, maybe this isn't like such a terrible place after all. Like I truly was like, sometimes when I go back,
Really?
I'm like, why did I hate like living here so much? And I truly think, not to hate on her, but to hate on her just a little bit, that
Right.
like living in Oakland was truly my problem.
I would believe that.
Cause like every time I stepped out of my house, I was immediately encountered with garbage.
Yeah, a lot of it everywhere.
Yeah, so much
Stinking up the
garbage.
street.
Yeah, and my house would be burling in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. So sometimes I'm like, huh, maybe in a different life. But that's always
Pittsburgh.
interesting when I go back there. I'm like, huh, why did I hate it? But I also think it's kind of perfect for like a weekend visit because it's like you get to do all the things you want to do and then you can leave, you know?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So, but it was really fun. Kat met all my friends from college. Well, not all of them, obviously, but
Mm-hmm.
a significant portion. Sans Becca, of
Lovely.
course.
Right.
Um,
Dot dot dot.
but and yeah, we just had a fun weekend going around. I showed her a lot of stuff. Yeah, that was my weekend. I'll have a couple more stories
Lovely.
as we go throughout the podcast. But
I got you. I got you.
Becca, how the hell have you been
Hey.
even?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that I've been good. It's been so beautiful out.
Oh my God, it's
I'm
beautiful today.
so happy. I've been going on walks and such. And okay, I was thinking about how you always say that, what is it? Sugarland is the
Uh-huh.
band that you'll always just be obsessed with her voice. I feel that towards the Celtic women because
Oh.
my dad is obsessed with them and we used to like watch their concerts on TV all the time.
What's their
And
song? That's different from Enya, right?
it is different from Enya.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so different actually. But I appreciate you.
I'm
And I
Italian,
see
not
you.
Irish.
I see you. What? The erasure I just witnessed
The erasure
of
running from my
you
heritage,
on your behalf.
literally.
Crazy actually, Mr. Murphy. But Miss Murphy. Um, but yeah, so I was like on a walk yesterday and it was like the wind was blowing a little bit. I was like listening to the Celtic women and I was
Mhm.
like, oh my God, I feel like really connected
Literally.
to my Irishness right now.
You start doing a jig in the middle of the road.
Exactly. No, literally, like I'm gonna start doing the taps. Um, yeah,
I'm a
so
river dancer all of a sudden.
my hair's gone in little curls. I can't help it. All right. So yeah, the weather's been lovely and I'm just so it's crazy how much happier I am when it's nice out.
Yeah.
I'll say this every week until the end of time, but
Until it's not nice out anymore.
literally, and then I'll be sobbing on the floor and it's gonna
Hmm.
be that's how it's gonna be. Yeah, and then I've just been working, of course, as always.
Hmm.
Um, there is something happening in the schools though. Um, and that is I'm starting to, yeah, gain a reputation. It's true, it's true, it's true. Because as you
Miss
guys
Hobart,
know,
that's how she is.
that's how she be. Except I always forget to tell the kids my name actually. So it's usually just like that lady or miss. And I'm like, cool, cool. So
Lady or miss.
but so I had asked, like, I love asking a goofy question to get to know a little something about them because I'm a curious
Hmm.
kitty. Um, so like usually I ask like favorite movie, chosen superpower, whatever. And I asked one of the questions, and then this girl was like, "Oh, I've heard about you." And I was like, okay.
You
And
said
she was
yes,
like,
you have actually.
yes, um and I was like, I'm sure. I'm not surprised. She was like, yeah, like I heard you ask like a question or whatever, and then like you like, we get to like do whatever. And I was like, yeah, pretty much, yeah, how I run the room.
That is my pedagogy, actually.
Yeah, and I'm proud. I'm proud.
Hmm.
Um so that's pretty exciting. And more people have actually recognized me from Ulta. And so I have been using the children, that is.
The children recognize you from Ulta at the school.
Yes, in specific,
Cross
yeah, okay.
promotion.
Exactly. I'm like, when you're 18, we have the ultimate rewards card. You will get
Oh
double the
my
point.
God.
JK, JK. I stopped caring about that so much.
JK, JK.
Um, but anywho, yeah, I helped this one kid. He wanted like his hair to be super curly, so I helped him like get some hair products or whatever. And then
Word.
he was in my class yesterday, and I could tell he recognized me, but he probably couldn't tell where from until I was like, "Your hair looks really curly." And he was like,
Oh.
"Oh, I know you." Yeah, so that's exciting. But I have again told a lot of them that it is my evil twin that works there. And I can't confirm nor deny whether I'm in good standing with her. Sorry,
Ah.
yeah.
Oh my God,
That's what I've been up to.
guys.
Yeah. But truly, it's just like subbing is the best job because you literally just take attendance and then you sit there, and every once in a while you're just like, shh, guys, seriously be quiet.
Guys,
Seriously.
I don't want anybody to come in here and ruin our good time.
Exactly. It's for your and I sake.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Becca, raising the children of tomorrow.
exactly. But in also in similar lines as you were talking about when you were applying for jobs and stuff, like because we did theater, like you don't think you have any other skills.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh my God, like I could apply to teaching jobs. Like I, I'm a teacher,
Literally.
kinda. Like, whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. So that's a good plan B, even though I
Mm,
promised myself I would never be a teacher.
yeah. Well, it's sometimes you don't need qualifications to be a teacher.
Exactly.
It's kind of
And I'm so
crazy.
unqualified, so it's perfect.
Yeah. Like people think you like need to go to school to be a teacher. No, you don't.
No, you just need to promise that you'll be good.
Mhm.
To the
Well, that was
state.
one of the things about my that was one of the things about my school is that sometimes people would like just have like their bachelor's.
And show
Sometimes they
up.
would hire somebody like fresh out of college. Like my chemistry teacher when I was a sophomore was like fresh out of college. Like no wonder I did bad in chemistry. Like I could not
No surprise to
imagine
me.
teaching kids chemistry at this age,
Oh, I
knowing what I
definitely wouldn't be able
know.
to do that.
Or
Oh
like
yeah, no,
what's something I know a lot about? Gender theory, theater, like come on.
no. Yeah.
High schoolers, what was going on there?
What is going on?
What?
Exactly.
And it's like when Rachel went back to coach the New Directions. It's like, what business would I have doing something like that?
Right, right. That's exactly what it is, actually.
Yeah. We found
Yeah.
the link. Um, but yeah, anything else
Lee.
going on, Becca?
Hmm. I want to lay. Yeah. Oh, speaking of her, I've been listening to a lot of unreleased Ariana. Sorry,
Oh
because
wow.
oh my God, I'm like at a period of time where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna like if she doesn't come out with music right after Galinda,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna freak out because like I really crave her.
I was thinking about how that movie has had like nothing like because we're living in like Joker Foile du like kind
Right.
of era where it seems like every frame of the movie is being like put on Twitter directly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like there's nothing like that movie is also filming, and I would say is much more anticipated than the second Joker movie.
Fair to say, I
But
think.
there's just nothing. Like we have seen none of it. Like
Oh, they're
she,
definitely on lock.
she posted that thing. It's like halfway through filming. It's like what? Like,
Yeah. No, literally.
mhm.
Like Ariana just posts her crystals in her trailer. Like that's all we know so far. Is
That's
that crystals are
all we
on the
know about
set.
it. And some
That's
assorted
all we know.
casting decisions.
Yeah, and that there's gonna be two parts, which I'm so pissed about
I
actually.
know that's gonna be crazy.
I know. It's
If you want to
upsetting.
make it two parts, I feel like what if they did two parts but they just released it at the same time?
That would be that would be great.
I feel like that would be like kind of iconic a little bit,
Yeah, I would have to respect them.
literally. Well, did you see all the stuff from the Barbie movie?
Yeah. I'm really
Wow. Let's
excited
just
for
say
that
wow.
one.
So why is like half of the sex education cast in the Barbie movie?
I know.
It's kind of crazy.
Plus Hari Neff.
I was like, all these
So
people.
exciting.
I actually just listened to a interview with her about it, and it sounded really interesting. Um,
I'm
but
so excited.
but yeah, that movie looks like it's gonna be a fun camp time.
Oh, for sure. I'm really excited.
Did you see the one tweet about like my favorite thing about the Barbie movie so far is that like all the different Barbies have like significant jobs and like all this stuff. Then like when they introduce the Kens, it's just like he's just some guy,
He's just some dude. Boyfriend mode, stay at home boyfriend mode.
literally.
Yeah, dream
And
BF.
I saw an interview with Ryan Gosling where he was like, Ken has no job, no house, no,
No
no
prospects.
nothing.
He's scared.
He's scared is the thing. He has to go with
He's
Barbie.
he's really scared, guys. The
Yeah,
fact that
but
Barbie is a nickname for Barbara
mhm.
is
But I feel like
something,
nobody has used it for that since the like doll has been released.
yeah, since
Except
Ms.
for
Doll.
and Barbie Ferreira said, you know what, I'm gonna carve out my own kind of thing.
Yeah, except is it confirmed her true name is Barbara?
I don't even know if her name is Barbara is the thing.
Exactly. Like we can't even speak on that.
Or if she's just trying to be funny and cool.
What is the point?
Literally. It's like being funny and cool is Becca. Nice job.
Speaking of
Her name is
Euphoria,
Barbara. Her name is Barbara.
slay mode. All
Lemon.
right, all right. Did you see that damn video of Jacob Elordi training?
Me when I'm trying to kill a minion. What was he trading? What's he trading for?
No, literally, literally, like Euphoria season 3. What? Like, what is Sam Levinson cooking up on now?
What is
That
going
is what this
on that
man
he
needs to
has
prep.
literally what does he need to train for?
Oh my God, he's gonna beat the drug suitcase lady
Oh my
up.
god, Miss Lori.
And swing her from left to right by her
Dunk,
hair.
dunk, 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 dunk,
Doof, doof, doof. Oh my God.
Yeah, why is he training? Like, what's going on in season 3 that he needs to be doing all that?
Also, I was just talking to someone. I feel like, honestly, anyone who has dated Kaya Gerber is like on a no-no list for me.
And has he done that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, work. Who
Yeah.
does Kaya Gerber date now? It's someone old. Oh, Austin Butler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you better believe it. Freak.
Freak.
Dang,
He
Guy
won the
Gerber puts you on
freak.
the freak list.
Freak.
Yeah. No, it's
Freak.
just like I don't know if I have an association with like literally that her last name is Gerber, so I literally think she's a baby in my
She's the
mind.
Gerber baby.
Yeah, all grown up.
But she does look so much like her mother.
She really
Because I just
does.
connected who her mother was like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, congrats.
I'm sure I had known at some other point before,
Yeah,
but
but
like
you
it was
got
just
to
something that,
re-surprise yourself.
when you throw out files in your mind, but like subconsciously. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy that your mind is like kind of like it's like a computer, but not, because like you as the like controller have to like delete things from your computer
Uh-huh.
intentionally, but your mind just does that on its own.
So it was kind of like maybe your old computer, like she makes her own decisions.
She does her own thing. She's an independent woman. A
Flap
lot of people on the
tuna.
Reddit board say I was just stymieing my old computer's individual expression, which, guys, I do read it, so
So watch out. Guys, I do
just
read
always
it.
be nice on there.
r/MPJCU.
Oh my god, that's how we'll know we've made it. If like people make like a Reddit about us.
Caitlin.
Caitlin, Ecto, you guys should all talk to each
Ecto.
other. Lauren
Yeah,
Taylor.
come on.
I did see two former guests of the pod while I was in Pittsburgh too.
Oh my God, Lauren Taylor.
And Nandita
Nandita?
Mash. Yeah.
Wow,
So
wow,
true
wow,
actually.
wow. And do they still like us?
Yeah, Lauren's caught
Okay.
up. She
I
literally wrote
heard.
in last week.
I remember. I know her. I meant as people.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think so.
Okay.
I think so. Can't be
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, no, you can never be sure.
Me waking up every day. Do they still like us as people?
Can't be sure.
Can't be sure actually. But yeah, I think that might be our catch up for today.
Yeah.
But we will be right TF back and we'll get into our topic for today's episode.
Oh, guys there.